Hey, this is Bill from At the Woodshed. I'm on my way to Tunkhannock, and I'll actually be going under that Tunkhannock Viaduct Bridge. In other words, we call it the Nicholson Bridge. But I did want to talk about firewood. One thing that I wanted to say is I have watched lots of other videos of other people doing firewood, and it's pretty amazing. Just about anybody can do firewood, and anybody could start. All you need is an axe, a maul, a chainsaw. It's not that hard. It's just that most people don't stick with it. And as far as competition, I live in Clark Summit, and in Dalton, we have a place here that sells lots of firewood, and they have it heaped up. I'll show you a small video of it when we go by. But I'm trying to do a niche market where I split my firewood smaller, as they said in a previous video, and there's lots of reasons to split it smaller, and I did go through all those, so I'm not going to rehash those again. But it's a niche market. It's just something that's different. I've seen people selling firewood online for smoking. But this is the competition. They obviously have lots of firewood here. Logging trucks. That's maybe 2-3 miles from my house, from the woodshed. That doesn't scare me. I've always done firewood for myself, and when one of the tree service guys from American Tree Service was bringing me wood, I said I was thinking about selling wood, and he said, yeah, you should sell wood. Most people are lazy. Most people don't want to cut wood or split wood or deal with the mess. He goes, I think you'd be able to sell it with no problem. And he was right. I could sell as much wood as that I have seasoned. And my biggest problem right now is I don't have enough seasoned wood. So one of the things I'll talk about today is, one, don't worry about competition. The only competition is yourself with what's going on between your ears. Don't talk yourself out of it. And the topic today will be competition. As you'll see in a video that I took driving by, I have a pretty big firewood landscaping company that's a couple miles from my house. And I've still sold plenty of firewood, and I've seen other people that have firewood stands. There's other people that sell to other stores and beer distributors. But you can't let that competition bother you or discourage you. You can only do what you can do. So I would suggest that you start out small, but all you need is a chainsaw and knowledge how to use the chainsaw. I'm not just saying anybody could just buy a chainsaw and use it. You should definitely get some advice and learn how to use a chainsaw. But anybody can do it. And just start out small. Obviously, you're not going to go out and buy a splitter and buy a dump truck and buy a bunch of saws all at once and put a lot of money into it, because you're not going to make money right off the bat, because with firewood you got to work ahead. So you have to do a lot of work now to get paid later. But that's kind of how it is for everybody. You got to work this week to get your paycheck next week. The only competition you have is with yourself and the space between your ears and what you think personally. And you just have to block that out and go for it. So if you want to start a business, do some research, and find out how to start out as small as possible and give the best service as possible. And I'm not telling you to be the cheapest price, because what will happen is if you try to do everything at the cheapest price and you're working very hard, you'll start thinking to yourself, boy, I'm doing all this work, I'm not selling a lot, and I'm not getting paid a lot for it. And then you just end up quitting doing it, when you never know how close you are to being successful. Now, I don't consider myself to be successful yet, but I do have multiple locations that are selling bundles of wood or bagged wood. All you got to do is try. I did put ads on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, and I'm able to sell face cords of wood with no problem. Delivered, stacked, free delivery within 15 miles. And when I first put the ads on there, I didn't get a lot of calls, and I was getting discouraged, but I just still kept cutting firewood, kept splitting firewood, kept processing firewood, and kept trying to work ahead. And you definitely have to work ahead in the firewood business. It's very rare that you could cut a tree, split it, and sell it that day. You have to get some ash, would be about the only thing if you're cutting down dead wood. And that's not always easy to get. To sum it up, do it now. It's the best thing I can tell you. Start cutting wood now if you want to be selling wood in the future, because you got to have wood seasoned to sell. And it needs to be dried, ready to go, ready to burn, so that you can have repeat customers that keep coming back.